Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome into the stream. I am Jackal. Today we have got Mars, Twisted,
Woohoo.
Luca, and Strawberry, and we might even be able to get in a little Lex too in a moment. Let's
Mm.
see what we've got on the plate for us today. Today we are, of course, playing critters as we often do. Um, but there is going to be a different mechanic in play.
Oh.
Darkness. Not being able to see where you are going is going to be a very interesting thing indeed. Some people might
Mm-hmm.
have racial advantages, others might want to use spells. But there is something on the plate for everybody in this. And
Party.
congratulations, Tats, on quitting that job. It gave you a spinal injury. You should
Yeah.
not be there
Dude said meow meow
anymore.
Let's
meow
go,
meow 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 meow
Tots.
Let's
meow meow
go.
meow
Let's go.
meow 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 meow
You.
meow meow
Good
No
job.
more
full
stupid
tats.
job.
And correct, Geo. Meow, 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 meow. So we have got already from last week. We've got 100 tokens contributed by Lucy, and
Booyah.
we also have 100 just now by Son.
Yeah.
Yes, fuck that job. Good. Honestly,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, good.
Read it out the
Um,
window.
Yeet that fucker. Let's see. Oh, we do have Lex in now. Lovely. Welcome in, Lex.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
Party.
Right. So, let us see where we are at. We just need Lex to pop into Foundry whenever you get the chance. But we'll begin.
Whenever I
Hel-
find the link.
hello, everybody. Oh, well, I can get you another link. Hang on. I will DM this to
Never
you
mind,
now.
found it.
You found it? Well, I'll put it in the general dungeon chat as just a quick update for everybody anyway. Just so everybody remembers. Cool. Okay then. Hello. Welcome back to another session with the Cryptic Critters. I am Regnar. I am the small business owner. And I'm also a small business owner. Oh, sorry. I tell that one every time I go to a dinner party, which is probably about once every 2 years. I'm not very good around people. You may have thought about that. I'm not sure. Anyway, so today we have actually gone on a little excursion outside of the Red Wall. Normally we would stay in the Red Wall or in Sith Maru, which is immediately neighboring Red Wall. Today we've gone as far as Highfall. Highfall, of course, is a snowy tundra, and there is
Looks
a
cold.
lake. Now the time travel takes, unfortunately, because we had to use the economical methods of transportation. We have managed to teleport our way here. However, in doing so, it has taken most of the day, and the light has now gone. Thankfully, the person who sent us here to do the task, they've managed to collect as much of the treasure as they can within the daylight hours that they had, but they've only been able to do it near these braziers that they set up for us. I'm I'm not sure how the braziers will affect the ice, but certainly you will find that it is difficult to find your way around in the fog, and if you stay on the ice near the braziers for too long, then potentially you might fall through. So I would just caution on doing that. Keep mobile, keep moving, and try your best to find the tokens and treasures that are at your disposals. I'm very excited to see everybody here today. We, of course, have got Durder and Ronner and Elena and Lonar and Luca. A lot of elves in there. A lot of elves. Although not Durder. Now, Durder, I understand that today you are collecting your tokens in sponsorship of a new employee. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
I love that. That's a wonderful thing. You're collecting for the needy. And let's face it, everybody who comes to work for me must be needy, because there's no way you'd put your life in peril as often as you guys do if you didn't need it. So, I understand that completely. Well,
I like to hit things.
as we see everything around us, you can tell that there are dark patches and that there are light patches. Anywhere that there is a dark patch, you might find some treasures if you get close enough to the treasures. You might also find yourself face to face with a creature or two. Now, of course, these little patches of snow that you can see, these are more sturdy on the ground and are less likely to crack and you fall through. But we'll see how things go and how you fare as we continue. Please get at it. I will be here should you have any requests or questions. And of course, if you manage to kill all of the beasties, then of course you will be rewarded with double of the points. Good talk. Good team. Good talk. First person to go is, of course, Dirter. Dirter.
Already spending my bonus action on movement.
Bonus action to move. Great. So you've now got your W speed, so you can go 80 feet in your first movement. Because, of course, you've got the boots of speed. I believe those cost 2,000, is that right?
Can I use perception check?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you use a perception check? Yeah, you can use a perception check if you like. I will say that whatever number people roll on a perception check is how many feet away from them they can see. 10. You can see 10 feet away from you, and you don't see any treasures or beasties.
Alright, then I'm also gonna use my action to dash.
Love that. I will say that if you get within a certain distance of the tokens, then they will become immediately apparent to you anyway. So I'm keeping track of where people are moving, and I am just making sure to let you know when they come up. Alright, so that is your action and bonus action and movement. End of your turn. It's now Ronna's turn. Lovely. It's now Ronna's turn.
So we're gonna activate the boots of speed as our bonus action.
I love how 3 of you have now got boots of speed.
Yes.
Clearly
So
the best thing to use in this like dungeon crawling scenario.
There started a fashion trend.
Yeah, Duda did start a fashion trend 100%.
5, 10, 15, 20,
Boots of speed
20,
matter.
5, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Because
Yep.
that's double.
Yeah.
Alright.
But then every dash, so every subsequent dash we've decided does not get doubled as well. So your subsequent dashes will just be normal.
Correct.
So that's for me to explain to Luca more than anyone, really, because you're the new person with boots of speed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, your base movement is doubled. Everything else after that, we thought it would be way too overpowered because a rogue would just be able to run like 300 feet in a single turn, which is not cool.
So 17 around. Any goodies, loot, enemies?
17 perception. Well, okay, let me just tell you this. When you're in a lit area, it's just fine. You won't need to do any perception rolls while you're in here. It's when you're in the fog that it becomes useful, because then you're rolling to see how many feet away from you will need to see.
Okay. So then we're just gonna do an action dash.
Yeah.
And so, 5, 10, 15, 20.
The benefit of having the braziers here is that you can see that these areas don't have treasures, so that it narrows down the field of search, because you can see clearly through all of this. You also, in the darkness, can see the terrain. And right next to you, you spot the first treasure.
Woohoo! And can I claim that from here, or no? I have to be on
You have to stand on it. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Next turn then.
All right. Well, I mean, you are part rogue. You could use your action to dash onto it.
I used my action to dash to here because I used
Like,
my bonus
well, you've
action
got your bonus. Oh,
to
bonus action to
activate the boots
activate.
of
Right.
speed.
You're right. You're right.
And
Okay.
then that was my full move at 50, and then
Yeah, you're
to
absolutely
here
right.
is my bonus action 25.
Okay. No problem whatsoever. We also have an NPC being named by B. Thank you very much, B. I look forward to seeing that person next. Next in the turn order is, of course, going to be Elena. Elena, what's happening? What's happening, my friend? Wait, have we got one? Oh, we've got another one as well. Ivana give a shit.
I love it.
Great Gerd.
Just as Moobot reminded everybody that I get distracted very easily and don't see everybody's messages. And now I'm being called out by my own frigging mod. I get you.
Good timing, Moobot.
Yeah. Alright, so you've got walk speed, which is faster than your fly speed. Your walk speed is 40, your fly speed is 30. Up to you which of those you use, but I will need you to specify. Where exactly are you aiming to go towards? Because it's all about movement at this point. Is there anywhere in particular that you want to go?
I used my dark vision.
Yeah.
Uh,
How far do you have dark vision up to? It doesn't actually have on your character that you've got dark vision. It should say in your senses.
Of 60 feet.
60 feet. And you're a fairy, so it would make sense that you have that.
How do I
You
apply
don't.
the...
I do. There you go. Right. Now you've got 60 feet of dark vision. So, 60 feet from you. Let's see. Let me get here a measuring thing. This is 60 feet. There is nothing in that area. But I would also say that part of the reason that I have created the fog here as well as the darkness is that it is not simply about having dark vision. You're also looking through fog, and fog is opaque and obscures things. So it's not going to be as simple as walk around within 60 feet of every token and find out where all the tokens are. I tell you what, if you've got dark vision, I will give you an extra 5 feet bonus on top of whatever perception check you do in the fog. So anybody who has dark vision will get the extra 5 feet bonus. Such a mean streamer, so rude while DMing. How dare you? Nothing near, no, nothing 10 feet within your distance at the moment.
Okay.
You could use your action to dash and get another distance.
Yeah.
If you want to do that. Whereabouts are you heading?
5, 10, 15,
Diagonals cost
20,
the same.
25, 30, 35, 40.
And you spot a treasure right next to you. As you get within 5 feet of it. And I believe that's the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you've got a bonus action dash, because that's rogues. Okay. Now let's see if any of the beasties are aware of your presence. Actually, I would make it a disadvantage, so let me roll it again. 'Cause they're in the fog. Okay. Ivana Give a Shit is in the fog and doesn't spot any of you. I will roll
There's a
now
coin
for...
over by me.
I'll roll now for the mighty Jonathan, who also doesn't spot any of you. Okay. That is the turn. It is now Lonar's turn. I wish I had mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Wait, it's my mic. Oh, my mic is working. Okay, good.
Yeah, yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What do you want to do?
It's
Where's Lonar going?
perception check I want to do because I can't see much. I want to see what's
I
in
would
front of me.
say I won't give multiple perception checks in the same turn. You'll get one, but where you are right now, there's nothing around you. You really need to move somewhere before you do the perception check because
And I'll just go up.
yeah, because if you got like a 20 on the perception check, you would see 20 feet away from you, and you don't, you know, in the fog, so you're not really gonna get anything from doing it here. That makes sense.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'll just go up.
Yeah, so your move speed, you've got 30 walk and 30 swim. There's no water just yet, but you can move with an action. You can dash and then take double the movement. So if you're
I'll
going to
do
go...
dash.
Yeah, if you're going to go up here, that would be to here. That 60 is right that mark there.
Alright, I want to go there.
Great.
So I just drag my
Yeah, that's
token
the one.
there.
I'm keeping my cursor there so you can see where it is. There you go. All right. Is there anything you want to do as a bonus action? As a Circle of the
I
Moon
don't-
Druid, you can change into a creature with your wild shape as a bonus action. It's up to you if you want to do that.
I think I do that.
All right. Any ideas on what you want to change into?
It could help me at this ice thing. Tundra thing. Is there an option for ice bear? Or
Ice bear. What, like polar bear?
yeah, polar bear.
Let me have a look. Polar bear CR5e. Polar bear has got a challenge rating of 2. So yes, you can become a polar bear.
Oh hell yeah, I want to be polar bear.
Mm. You also get advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Strawberry's a blankie.
And you will have additional speed of 10 feet. They can move faster than you can. So let me bring in a polar bear.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go, Blanky.
All right, I'm going to move that out of the way, and then you are in its place. And we'll just use your wild shape now. There you go. I've clicked it for you. So you've used your wild shape, and it is in the thing. It says as an action, but because you are a Circle of the Moon Druid, you can do it as a bonus action. It's part of your subclass. So there you go. Lovely turn. Great turn. Now it is Luca's turn. Luca, you've got the Boots of Speed. You use a bonus action to activate them if you want to, but then you get it for like however many minutes after that. So it's worth doing now if you're going to do it.
I was gonna do that.
Lovely. So you just use your bonus action and activate them, and now you've got double your base movement in your first turn. And then you can use an action to dash as well. So your base movement is 25, so you can use... if you did an action dash, then you'd be able to move 75 feet in one go. Is that what you want to do?
Twas the plan.
So 75 feet, if we did it just diagonal, would be there. You'd be nearly up to
was-
Ronna.
Gonna go not quite full diagonal, but
Yeah.
towards the little snow mound that looks like a bean.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright, so 75 is there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tis. What am I do?
Lovely stuff. Alright. That is action, Some sirens going on in the background since it's been going on for the last 4 days and nights. Well, if it makes you feel any better, Strawberry, I haven't heard a single siren. And I would be the first person to complain about it. So you don't need to worry about it. But you can always go on... Yeah, you could always like mute in between turns or go on push to talk. I don't mind. Whatever makes you feel better. But honestly, I haven't heard a single peep out of your microphone besides what you've been saying.
Alright, good.
So no worries there.
You should know. Just
No
want to
problem
know.
whatsoever. As we get to the end of the turn order, it is now the environment's turn. And we see that around the braziers, there is now melting ice, which cracks around the braziers. The braziers themselves are magical. They are floating where they are. But everywhere that these black cracked areas are, essentially now become... what's the word? They now become water. There we go. So those areas are now water. You also feel that the ice beneath you is starting to crack where you are stood. Where those people who are stood in the lighter areas. Not quite water yet, but you can feel it shifting underneath you, and the moment you step away from it, you will feel that there is nothing left there. So, it is now Durda's turn again. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm going for that.
Moving my lay up here.
Lovely.
So
And I
this
do not
was
recall where
65
you
so
were
far?
exactly, so I'm going to just put it there. Okay, so where are you
Right
now
around
then?
there.
So you're up there. Okay, so you're on solid ground. You can do a perception check from where you are if you want to, see if there's anything in the darkness. 10 feet from you, there is nothing, unfortunately. And thank you there, Lucy, for another 100 tokens to add to the total. We're up to 300, spread between the party.
Since I don't really have much else to do, I think I could try using my action to cast magic awareness.
To cast what, sorry? Magical...
Magic awareness.
Magic awareness. Magic awareness. As an action, you can open your awareness to the presence of concentrated magic. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet of you that isn't behind total cover. When you sense a spell, you learn which school of magic it belongs to. Okay, cool. It's less of a spell, it's more of a feature, but yeah, you can do that if you want. So that's your action. You've got a bonus action. Is there anything you want to do with that?
Well, I don't think going into race mode that would help me very much, so...
No. Okay then.
Wait, you know what? What I might as well just do it for the light surge.
Yeah, go for it. And then just roll on the thing. Roll on the table, and we'll see what it is. That is a 2. You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. Until you're ready, Jens, you can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. So you can teleport 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see.
Well, not really, then let's say I just teleport here.
That's fine. So you're still on solid ground. You are just a little bit further along. It's now Ronna's turn.
Alrighty, Runner's gonna hop this way and grab this coin.
Love that. 5 feet. Done it.
Yeah. Nope. Runner. I can't grab Runner because of the coin. Thank you. Alright, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 is the rest of movement.
And you see another one right next to you.
Woohoo! We're gonna use a bonus action to move again and grab
Right.
that.
You're getting lucky with where you're walking here.
Yeah. Oh, stop pinging, please. Okay, so then still 20 to move. 5, 10,
Yeah.
15, what, 5, 10, 15, 20
20 is there.
to here.
Yep.
So that was bonus action. We've
Yeah.
still got action. There's no baddies, so we're gonna move again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Now,
Great.
using action to move again, does that take effect with the boots, or
No.
no? Okay.
It's just the base movement.
Okay.
Any dashes that you use afterwards, or even step of the wind, it all is just the same length of
Okay.
speed as normal. Just so that we don't have people like, dash and step of the wind and
Yeah.
run and ending up going, 300 feet in one turn, because that would completely break the balance of everything.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check on it being the full action.
No problem
I
whatsoever.
understood for bonus action and for
Yeah.
other movement abilities.
No problem
Okay,
whatsoever.
cool. So I think
Then that should be the end of your
that's it for
turn, I think.
now.
It's now Elena's turn. Elena, you've got this thing right next to you. You're going to grab it? If so, just
Yeah.
take your 5 feet of movement to move to that, and you've got it. The group is now up to 300 plus the extra 300 donated. Where are you heading now?
I'd like to start flying.
Okay. You fly, and you are now moving 30 feet per turn.
And I guess 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
As you have passed directly through another treasure, I will say that you grabbed that on your way there. Another lucky move. So that was your movement. You've now got action if you want to dash. You can go to the same distance again. And as you are flying, you will not be affecting the ground beneath you.
20, 25, 30.
Beautiful. All right, then. That is the end of your turn, unless you want to use a bonus action for anything.
Does perception check count as a bonus?
You can do that for free, but just once on your turn. So give me a perception check if you wish to. A nat 1 tells you that... Well, it wasn't a nat 1, it was a nat 2, but minus a 1 gives you a 1. So a dirty 1, should we call it? You get a dirty 1. And unfortunately, it tells you shit all about anything next to you. Which is unfortunate.
Fog is
even with the additional 5 feet.
Here.
Yeah, even with the additional 5 feet, you don't really get to see much. Okay, then. It is now, in that case... the little beastie's turn. So let me just get another perception check at disadvantage. And with a 16, Ivana Give a Shit actually does see Durda. A giant owl has spotted you and is going to turn towards you and try to fuck you up. I need to try and figure out which way is forward. Okay, so it's going to use its feature where it can fly by, and it's going to attack you with its talons. Oh, and it also has advantage on perception checks, so in future I will be cancelling out the disadvantage of the fog, and they'll just get a flat roll. So that's good. However, this owl, while flying towards you, gets a nat 1 on its attack roll. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. They have a very good fly speed. So it comes up to here and takes a full swoop so that it can turn around and come back at you. But yes, the owl has become known. It is now then the next one's turn. The mighty Jonathan. The mighty Jonathan is going to roll a flat perception check to see if anybody is nearby. And gets a 17. And there is nobody nearby. It is now Lonar's turn. Lonar the polar bear. Lonar the polar.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna.
You have 40 feet
move.
of movement. Yeah, you've got 40 feet of movement.
I'm gonna go forward more.
Okay, do you want to just go straight 40?
Yeah, straight forward.
Okay, so let's see, it's there. So we go to here. So that should be, hang on, 10, 20, 30, 40. There you go. And the ground behind you cracks up.
Yeah.
Okay. You could action dash if you want to. And move another
Yeah.
40.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to do that.
So 10, 20, 30, 40. You can give me a perception check if you want.
Yes, but I
It will be the... Yeah, it's because it's technically a monster. It's not something under your control. So I will do the perception check for you. And because it is with advantage, but you get disadvantage... Well, no, you wouldn't get disadvantage. I've not been making any of you roll this with disadvantage, so you'll still have the advantage. With advantage, you get 16, and you see that there is a giant owl right next to you.
Scary.
Right here.
Scary evil owl.
And this one, we'll reveal it in the initiative order as well. Okay, now then, it is going to be Luca's turn, unless you have a bonus action that you wanted to do, Angry Polar Bear. You don't really have any features that give you anything like that. You've got Bite and Claw attack, that's part of multi-attack, but Polar Bears don't have anything that can do a bonus action. And you can't cast spells while you're in animal form. So I think that might be the end of your turn.
Just stay there.
That's it, yeah. Okay, Luca's turn. Luca, you are on the ice. You can move your full movement if you want. You don't need to use a bonus action again. You've got it activated already on the Boots of Speed. So you could go a full 50 and then take another 25 and another 25 on top of that if you want. You could go 100 feet from where you are. It's up to you how you go about that.
Move to here with my base and then
So that's 60
more.
where you are there. Oh, that's 65 there.
Yeah, I
Okay,
want to
that gives
do
you
a
another
perception
35.
check here.
Sure. Give me a perception check. You got 35 more movement from where you are. If you take a second dash.
I need to roll at a disadvantage.
No advantage. Not advantage, rather. Sorry. Flat.
Ooh,
Okay.
better than I thought would happen.
Pardon me. That is a 13. 13 distance around you. You don't get to see anything nearby.
Okay.
I would have
Then I'm
made
gonna
that a
take-
10. Rounding down, you would get a 10. Because a 15 feels like it should be a 15 feet. But a 14 hasn't hit a 15. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah, and we've got Greg Gerg as well, haven't we? I need to make one of these guys Greg Gerg. Okay.
And then-
So you've got another 35 feet of movement. If you
yeah,
make
I
it...
think I'm gonna try
Okay.
to go over here. I can't see how far that is. Try to
So
get into the
35 would
light.
be here.
Yeah. So I can at
There you
least
go.
see where I am.
All right, and you're right next to Ronna.
Hello.
It
Hello.
is now
Have
the...
you found good things?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It
Oh,
is
we will
now
look.
the... I think... Wait, was that there? Okay, so you came from there. So then 65 down here would be... So it's there. Okay, there we go. So now we have the ice cracking again around all of the braziers. It's starting to melt the ice. As the heat in the braziers is starting to become a little bit too powerful. We can see that the ice is melting around them and is becoming dark, murky water. Just little shards of ice. You would not be able to stand on this. And we'll just copy and paste that, because I love a good copy and paste. Love a good copy and paste. Oh, look at that copy and paste. That's such a good copy and paste. You wish you had a copy and paste as good as mine. Okay, now it's Durda's turn. Durda, someone's just come and tried to attack you. And their name was Ivana Give a Shit. Are you going to let that stand?
Time to give them something.
Nice. Alright. It's your turn, and you can fight if you want to. You did not
And I'm
take
gonna do it recklessly.
your rage. Is that...
Oh, yeah,
Your rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious, or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn, or taken damage since then. You have not taken damage since then. So, we've argued this in the past that you still get it so long as you do something on this turn. So you can still
Okay,
take this
then
turn,
I'm
but you're going to
gonna
have to do some damage.
go and attack it.
Okie dokie. So your first one can be with advantage, as you've used Reckless. That hits. Give me damage. Okay. You managed to bash up one of this owl's wings pretty good. It's looking pretty fucked up. You can take another attack if you want. You've got your extra attack. That hits. Give me damage.
Nice.
Describe the kill.
I mash it into the ice and make it fall through the water.
Oh, so you're going to break open the ice as well? Nice.
Yep.
Let me put some of that down then. You can certainly let that happen. Then the owl is dead under the ice. And you have vanquished it. That gives you 400 points for doing so. You're now in the lead, my friend. Okay, so I think you moved, what, like 30 feet to get to here? Or you were here, weren't you? So yeah, that's 30 feet. So
Yeah, I think
what
so.
else do you want to do? Because you've still got another 50 feet before you even have to dash. Just be careful that you are... yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna move here.
Cool.
And then an extra 30 feet from my bonus section.
Nice. From your teleport.
Yep.
Great stuff. Alright, that's a good turn. It's a very good turn. It's now Ronna's turn. Ronna, what are you going to do with your turn? You going to do something spectacular?
Runner is gonna keep on running. Runner the runner.
Runner.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Wait, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
We should go 25 straight up first, real quick.
And the ice
Now
behind you
let's
cracks.
Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So
Go
from
up
there
here.
to there is 25, yeah.
Yeah. So that's 50 movement for the
Right.
boots. Let's do a perception check.
Love
Wait,
that.
20.
With a
Let's go.
dirty 20, you see that there is indeed a treasure here.
Dirty.
And also
Dirty.
Greg Gurg.
Mm.
Ha! I'm Greg! This owl
Hello.
can talk for some reason. Ha! I'm Greg!
Hi.
Ha! I'm
I'm
Greg! Give me a
That's
nature
my-
check. Give me a nature check.
nature?
Yeah.
Oh, can it be animal handling?
Could be animal handling if you want. Yeah, do that as well if you like.
Animal handling.
I'll give you either. You can do either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the you could tell that this creature can't actually speak common. It's just that it's got a really fucked up call that it makes as a bird. So this bird just automatically, like, whenever it crows or, you know, like, whatever, a squawk, instead of doing that, instead it just sounds exactly like a human saying, "Ha! I'm Greg!" Which is why it's now got the name Greg Gerg, probably. Because people misunderstood it. Alright, so you've got Greg in front of you. What are you going to do about it?
Bonus action, we're gonna move.
Yeah.
Grab this.
Great.
And then up one.
Nice.
And then bonk Greg.
So yeah, you've only used bonus action and
'Cause
movement
that's
so far.
movement and
So you've
bonus.
now got action to attack. Go
Yeah,
for it.
So let's go ahead and make it a reckless.
Love that.
I can do that, yeah. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be in a rage,
It's
right?
not. It doesn't take any action or bonus action to do. No,
Alrighty.
just your
So,
first melee attack in your
Should
turn.
I just I roll that with advantage.
A 13. Unfortunately
Rough.
for Greg, 13 does hit.
Oh shit.
Give me damage.
9.
9 damage.
Really
Takes it to
did some
just
good
above
damage
half health.
today.
Just above half health. This thing is, you've smashed up one of its wings pretty good.
Confusing bird. Why you shout, Greg?
I'm Greg! Alright. It's now Elena's turn. Twisted, do you feel that I have done Greg Gerg justice? Since you're the one that did it. Are you happy with the depiction of Greg Gerg?
Yes.
Nice. Well, it's now your turn. Where do you want to go?
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20,
Mm-hmm.
25, 30.
Yep. And as you get there, you see you are face to face with an owl. Who turns to look at you.
Does this owl have a name?
Not yet, no. Well, it's not been named by the group anyway. Tuna, okay. I'm Tuna. Again, probably just the way that the bird sounds. Probably can't speak. What are you going to do to Tuna? We're attacking, are we? An unarmed strike, and you get a 19, which becomes a 25. That will certainly hit this bird. Please roll damage. 4 damage. The minimum damage. After such a high roll, you only hit the minimum. That's unfortunate. I feel for you. However, you can take another hit, because I believe with unarmed strikes, can you do 2? Yeah, you can do 1 as an action and 1 as a bonus action. Or you could use a bonus action to do Flurry of Blows and do 2 more. There you go. Flurry of Blows. Love it. 21 hits. And that's 4 damage again. It's starting to look fucked up.
And then
Little unarmed strike. We love it. 22 hits. Give me damage once more. 7 this time. Now it's looking real fucked up. Now it looks like it's nearly dead. Good job. Okay. That is the end of your turn then. And we've got this one is now revealed on the initiative chart. And this guy should be as well. There we go. Wait, hang on. So wait, which one was that? Yeah, that was that guy. Okay, and that one's dead. Okay. And then this guy should also be revealed too. Okay. And you don't know how many more there are. Alright then. So, the first in the turn order of the giant owls is going to be the Mighty Jonathan. Mighty Jonathan is going to come in and try and attack this gosh darn polar bear. It's time that we dealt with these polar bears in our fucking environment. It's not okay. A 19 will certainly hit you, Strawberry, unfortunately, and will cause 6 damage to the polar bear as the giant owl flies past. So that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. And they have a fly speed up to 60. So it's going to get to here, and as part of its 60, it will have looped around ready to turn back and attack. That is that owl's turn. The next owl is going to do a perception check to see if there's anybody near.
Well,
And that does not see anyone near it. So that owl is going to stay hidden. This one is now going to try and attack Elena. And is going to... That should hit. Yes, against your AC, it certainly will. So it's going to do 8 damage to Elena. That might be the most damage that you've ever had in this. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. As it comes up here and turns about face ready to swoop back. Remember, owls, giant owls, have that feature where they can do flyby and they do not provoke opportunity attacks. The next one up here is going to, of course, attack Ronna. And hits with a 22. And that is 8 damage.
Ah, stupid bird.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This one's going to go. And we'll swoop around ready to dive back and attack. It is
Do
now...
I get an attack of advantage because it left radius?
I just finished telling you again that it was that you don't get
sorry.
that the
Flying.
moment before I came onto that attack. So no,
Sorry.
you don't. Yeah, they have an ability. It's called flyby. Flyby. The owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So basically, it's just like they do swooping
Gotcha.
attacks, and as they swoop in and out, you don't get an attack of opportunity on them. That is the owl's turns. It is now Lonar's turn. Lonar, you're a polar bear. You've just been swiped at by this motherfucking owl. What are you going to do about it? You're going to keep moving and look for treasure, or are you going to turn about face and try and kill the thing?
Thinking.
Oh, right then.
I need to think a bit.
As a polar bear, you have multi-attack. So you have a bite attack and a claw attack. The bite attack has... it's a melee weapon attack within 5 feet of you against one target. The attack is a d20 plus 7 to hit. So you have a good chance of hitting. The damage that you deal is 1d8 plus 5 piercing damage. So maximum damage you could do is 13 and minimum is 6. For the claw attack, it is the same to hit, a d20 plus 7, and it's the same range of 5 feet. But the damage you can do is 2d6 plus 5 slashing damage, which means that the maximum that you could do is 17 slashing damage, and the minimum would be 7 slashing damage. So altogether, if you roll and hit on both, and hit your maximums, you could easily kill this owl in one turn. If that helps you to decide. You also have 40 feet of movement, and this owl is 35 feet away from you. So if you choose to turn around and attack, then you will have a very good chance of killing the thing in one go and getting 400 points.
I was saying if I ran away, the owl would chase me and try to kill me because I heard the owls say something really mean about me, and I am not letting that slide.
Right.
This owl fucked up by attacking me, so this is just self-defense. I'm attacking the owl.
All right, cool. You gonna run back towards it?
Yes.
All right. Give me your best polar bear growl. Like a. That's kind of what polar bears do, isn't it?
I don't
Alright.
see the owl near Rana on my screen.
Say again? You don't see the owl near Runner on your screen.
Or Lonar, sorry.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
Well, it is visible. I mean, everybody else should be able to see it.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I
Oh.
see it.
Oh, there you go. It's probably just... You might just need to reload the page, maybe. Because the others can see it. Okay, so we go for a bite
Is
attack
it out
and a
of
claw
light
attack.
range, maybe?
It might be, but they are lit. There's lighting here, so you should still be able to see it from that range.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to roll to hit for the bite and to hit for the claw. Both of those will hit. Damage
Okay,
for the
now I see
bite,
it.
damage for the claw. You completely obliterate this owl. Please, Strawberry, describe the kill.
Death, the kill, the
Yeah, how do you kill it?
owl.
What does the polar bear do to destroy this owl?
Just and completely destroys the wings and the head, and damn, it's
Oh,
brutal.
nice.
It's really brutal.
It's brutal. It's a polar bear doing what a polar bear does best. It's ripping apart its prey. And how the fuck
Yeah.
could this fucking owl fuck with you? You're a fucking polar bear. You don't get fucked with. So the thing gets swooped at by you now. It ran by you, and now you run by it, but this time you're the one that walks away. And speaking of walking away, in which direction do you walk? You've got 5 feet of movement left. You've taken your action to attack. So you can move 5 feet any direction from here. So 1 square. Where do you want to go? We're going north again, or are we going east, northeast? Where do you want to go?
North,
North?
east.
Northeast. Okay, cool. So you head off in this direction. We'll turn you in that direction. And you leave a bloodied pile of feathery bones on the ground behind you. It is now Luca's turn. Luca, where are you going to go?
Luca's gonna head into the corner with no humans.
Nice.
I don't know. How do I look to
Select
see
your
how
token
far?
first. Oh, okay. So on the token controls on the top left, it should be the top selection. Then you've got select tokens, select targets, and then measure distance. If you use the measure distance one, then you just click and drag,
Oop,
and it will
that's
have like a
wrong.
bar. Oh no, that's the measurement thing. That'll give you a. Don't go on the measurement controls. Go on the token controls and then pick measurement. Because otherwise you'll end up with a big fucking thing on the map.
I just count the square. Nope. Move
Yeah,
me, not
you're
the
on
thing.
measurement controls is what's happening. A measurement control does that. It's dumb that they've called it the same thing.
Ah.
Click token controls and then you'll see on there a selection that gives you measure distance.
I just counted out the squares, and that's about
Cool.
75, and then I might just go a little farther. Yeah. And then I'll make a perception check to make sure there's nothing trying to kill me. Because that's always
Nice.
fun.
That's always fun.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
Well, doing it where you are at the moment, you wouldn't really be able to see much anyway. You'd have to roll super high to be able to see anything when you're already in the light. Because seeing into the fog from where you are isn't going to really do much. Although, I would say that I've just discovered something in the thing. For one, when you do this, you can click for it to follow a different path. And then once you've done that, you can press spacebar and you follow the path. Look at that! Isn't that fucking sick?
Oh.
Wait, let me just... I can just Control Z and get you back to where you were. Isn't that so cool? That's really cool. Now you could just measure it and then leave the measurement there and then make your token follow it. I know that Tats is going to be doing that all fucking day now. Alright, so now that you have moved to there, are you happy? Is that your turn done?
Yeah, that should be about 100.
It looks it to me.
Yeah.
Lovely.
I'm good.
Then let me just expand the frozen area. Wait. No. There. Okay, right. Got that. Paste that to there. And paste it to there. Okay, great. We've got a bunch of melting ice now. The cracks are starting to show. It would have been easier for me to have just done a measurement tool myself, but I fucking hate measurement tools. So, right. Now then. It is now Durda's turn. Yeah, in the first campaign that I did, we had a bunch of people who didn't know how to use the measurement tools, and that just scarred me for that. So it was just like, I really hate the fact that they've called measure distance and measurement tools the same thing. Like, Foundry should know to not call things the same thing, because it just confuses people like me with ADHD. You know what I mean? But Foundry did me wrong. They did all of us wrong. So you've moved up towards this giant owl. Are you going to attack the thing?
Yep.
I assume so. I mean, this is Durda after all. You're going to hit
It's a stupid talking bird.
It's stupid bird. Ha! I'm Greg! That is 8 damage. And it is nearly dead. That is, it's only a 12, but it does hit. These owls have an AC of 12. Natural armor. You have completely destroyed this owl. Please describe the kill.
I just walk up to it and say, "Hi, I'm Durda."
Ha! I'm Greg!
Smash it into the distance.
Okay. As it starts to choke out, ha! I'm Greg! You smash it in the skull and it just goggles and that's it. Nothing left. Okay. You've still got the rest of your turn. What do you want to do with it? Because you were, what, here? So you've moved, what, 15 to get to there?
Yeah, it was only 15.
Yeah, so you've still got another 65 to go before you've used up your... Yeah, so if you click to there and then hit spacebar. So if you select your token first, and then... Yeah, there you go. Then it just moves that whole distance for you. It's so sick, isn't it? It's going to make things so much easier.
And then
in
also
future.
the bonus action tablet.
Yeah, you can also, if you hold down Control and click, then you can make a convoluted path that follows around different ways. And then you can still hit spacebar for you to follow the path, which is very sick. Anyway, while Lex has fun with that, it's Ronna's turn. Ronna, what are you going to do?
Alright, so Runner is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
And you pick up a token
Boink.
that is right there on the ground, right where you stand. Again, Ronna being so fucking lucky with these walks. Jesus Christ.
This is insane. Like, I'm just running.
You're legit just, like, running at things and always hitting the exact marks. I think this is the fact that you and me have the same brain. That, like,
Yeah.
everywhere that I think to put things is exactly where you would think to go. With a 19, that's going to give you 15 feet of space around you. And no, there is nothing within 15 feet.
I also have dark vision. Does that
So then
give
you
me
get
a
an extra
bonus?
5, yes. So then that gives you up to 20 now. And there's still nothing within 20 feet of you.
Alright, so nothing in the corner. We don't have to go further that
No.
way.
So what is...
And that was 35, so I
So
still
that's that whole
have
area. There's nothing in
15
that whole
on
area. That
Alright.
helps.
Yeah. Okay. 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Bonus action 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
And again,
with-
a fucking token appears
what-
directly in front of you. For fuck's sake, Mars! What is this? What is
I
this?
know, luck of the Benadryl.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Okay, so we have
If I
action,
didn't
let's
know,
move.
if I didn't know you better already, I would say that you were fucking
Oh,
cheating, you son of a bitch. But you're not,
No.
because I know that you wouldn't.
No,
Jesus
Evan,
fucking Christ.
Not worth it. Okay. So
Well,
we're
you
gonna
get
use our
another
action
token
to
then.
move.
Fucking honestly, you're
and
fleecing
then-
me. It's not okay. You're fleecing. You're gonna
Mhm.
actually succeed on this entire thing.
4.
And another one next to you. God damn it, Mars. What are you doing to me? You're ruining me. Lucy's just given another 100 to everybody, by the way. This is not okay. I'm not alright with this.
Can I have
How many
more
treasures do I
things
even
that
have
are here?
left? I think you've taken all of my... How many are there left? I need to look now. I need to actually figure this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And then the one in front of you. Okay, so there's 7 left. What the fuck are you doing over here? Jesus fucking Christ. Look at Durda go. What are you doing? What is this? Why? Why is this happening? That's... Oh my god.
What happened?
Oh my
Oh.
god. This is
What
not
the
the kind
hell?
of abuse of this technique that I thought was going to happen. You're going to... This might crash the fucking server. My goodness.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let's just hope that it doesn't crash my PC.
Alright,
Alright then.
That was
So,
movement, bonus action,
and
and
action.
action.
That is your turn.
So
You're
that's
not...
Runner's turn.
Yes, you've managed to find, like, all me fucking treasure. That's all me lucky charms. Fucking tats looking like you loving the artwork. It's not
Brilliant.
artwork, god damn it. Right, it is now Elena's turn. Oh, and by the way, everybody, I've added new things to the channel points. There is now a redeem of 100,000 points will level up the critters by 1 level. All of the critters, not just the ones in the game. Another redeem is for 50 points. You can automatically create a clip so that you don't have to go through the whole automated process. It will just clip the last, like, 30 seconds. I made it low so that you could easily do it, but I've also added a cooldown so that people don't spam it. And if you use Pointless Argument, it now automatically does the whole thing and will even start an animation automatically, which I will have to follow automatically. So yeah, a lot of cool things. Just so that everybody knows that there is some cool shit in the future. So you're moving back up there, okay? And then, oh, you're going towards the owl, is that it? Okay. Alright, was that a step of the wind to get that final part? Yes, it was. Okay, cool. Alright, so you can now attack. Unarmed strike. As an action, this owl, you get a 12. And that is just enough to beat the AC of an owl. And even with the minimum, describe the kill.
Once again, Elena winds up a punch and soars straight through from beak to tail feather, just fucking
Oh. Right, but like,
implodes this owl.
this is a giant owl versus a like 1 foot tall pixie. So your punch, the range of your punch, even though it is technically 5 feet, is a lot of you just moving with it. So you are moving your entire body through the body of this owl, basically, as you punch it.
Yes.
That's fucking gruesome, and I love it.
And it fucking erupts into a fine
Yeah.
red mist.
Right, a red mist with feathers and bones. Okay. You completely destroy this owl. You know, this god's creatures. It is now the rest of your movement, I guess. You've got, what, another 20 feet left?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
4 squares in any direction. So you could go like to here if you wanted. Yeah. All right. That's the end of your turn then. You've used bonus action for Step of the Wind, and you've used your action to attack. Then it is now the owl's turns. There is one owl left, I will say. You've got 45 minutes left of this session. You've still got 7 tokens left to find. But there is only one owl left. And if you can find and kill the owl, then you will double all of your takings for each of the owls. Where every one that you already had is 400 so far each. If you can find and kill the last one, not only will you get the 400 for killing that owl, but you will also get an additional 2,000 on top of that.
Hunt the bird.
This owl is going to use a perception check to see if it can spot anybody in its surroundings, and it cannot. So, there's one owl left to be accounted for. It is now Lonar's turn. What are you going to do, Lonar? You are a polar bear.
I know. Wait, I have to turn on my mic and stuff.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
I will
So
say,
I
as
wanna-
like a little bit of, it's a bit of metagaming on my part, but Ronna has just run through the whole northwest section and seems to have been pretty lucky in the path that they took. So the chances are that there is not very much left up there. And there is still a whole eastern side of this entire map that has been successfully plundered. Oh, I've just seen another one that I missed earlier. I think there might be... How many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's actually 9 tokens left. What do you want to do?
I'm going east.
You're going east. Nice. And you doing a full dash?
Yeah.
All right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Then you make it to here. And the area that you were stood on is now turned into slush on the ground. Good job. I mean, there's not really much more that you can do as a polar bear, but, you know, you've managed to eviscerate an entire owl, at least. So that's the end of your turn. Luca. Now, Luca, you have got a whole area to your right, like the eastern side of this, that is completely unexplored. I would chance to say that if you went into that area, you might just find something.
I want to do regular walking and then action to there, so...
Okie dokie.
Boop, boop, boop. Click that.
I will say that as you get to here, you see that there is a giant owl right next to you. Continuing to walk any further than that will provoke an opportunity attack. So I will allow you to stop there if you want to. Because in the moment, you don't just see a spot on the ground and say, I'm running to there and then I'm going to decide what to do after that. It's not a mindless action, right? So, like, anybody that runs in that way, you would see something and do something. Which is why before, when Twisted ran through the token, I was like, well, you would have picked it up. If you saw it the moment that you were there, you would have just, you know, without even thinking, you would have grabbed it up. It doesn't have to be like you move there and then you decide. I don't see the point in that style of DMing. So, where was it you moved from? Was it what part was it?
Should have been right. No.
I think you were on the same line, weren't you? So I think was it there?
Yeah.
Because
Something
you went completely straight right. So I think it's there. So then that makes sense. Okay. So you've moved that distance, which is 45 feet. So you've still got another, because it was 75 to get to here, wasn't it? Which makes sense, because that's about 30 feet away from where you are. So you are stood right next to a giant owl. It is your turn. You haven't taken your action yet. You're still within 5 feet of Luke moving outside of that range. So you can take your action to attack if you want to.
I'm going to try to swipe at it with a dagger.
You do also have a rapier, which does more damage. It's up to you if you want to do that.
If it's in range, I might as well go with that one instead.
Nice.
Nope. I always forget I have it.
Yeah, I mean, my my first campaign, someone went for dagger and rapier because he wanted to get the absolute best damage out of his character, and it makes sense. In the end, he ended up
normal.
having the maracas of Mariah Fairy, which were spiked maracas that acted like his bardic spell casting focus, which was really fun. That he had these silvered like maracas with spikes all over them.
So that would be a normal.
So yeah, normal against this.
Chaw. No.
A nat 1, unfortunately, will not do it.
Yeah.
But it is still here. Now, you can use bonus action disengage if you want, or, like, I think, can you do a bonus action dodge? I don't know if you can. Let me just see. Cunning action, dash, disengage, or hide. So, no, you can't. I tell you what. It's a bit of retconning bullshit. But I think that coming up behind it, you would have probably thought, because it was facing the other direction when you arrived. I think that as a rogue, you might have used your cunning action to hide, which would give you advantage on the attack.
Because
in the darkness, in the fog.
Because I'm a halfling, I have the lucky feat. When I roll a
Oh,
nat
yeah.
1, I can roll again.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That'll work.
I forgot about that,
Oh,
but
and
I
an
have it
18
written down.
definitely hits.
Yes.
Now roll damage.
How do I roll damage? There it is.
Underneath attack roll, it should say damage. Is this the first attack that you've done as Luca?
No,
Or did you do it in the other session?
The first session I had the Yaba Yoinkies.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, I remember. I was wondering whether we were christening your rapier for the first time.
It's
which
not.
Is very exciting.
It wants me to roll attack again. It won't let me do damage.
Oh, yeah, it's a little fucky like that. All right, I can do it anyway. It's because I think it's because you've selected yourself as a target. It's a common thing. People, the new system that they brought in when they updated the whole system, that little purple dot that you've got on your token, that means that you have targeted yourself. So I've rolled the damage for you, and it was a 5. So you've hit minimum damage, but you know it's there. So you've taken some of the health off it. It's probably taken about a quarter of its health off. What do you want to do now? You've still got bonus action. So you could bonus action disengage and move somewhere else so that you can move away from it. But remember that these things do have a good fly speed. So you'd be able to move another 5 and then 25 on top of that. Or no, you can't because that would be a dash. Oh, never mind, ignore me.
Yeah, I'm gonna just wait here for my next turn to attack it.
All right, cool. Because all of this copy and pasting malarkey is getting a little bit old on me with the ice, I'm just going to use the thing now. I'm going to use the measurement tool. I said that I wouldn't, but I'm doing it. So, because it'll just make it easier, and it means that I don't have to continually do bullshit. Right, so then this thing comes to here. And I can get rid of all these tokens. And then blah blah blah. And blah blah blah. So then that gets deleted as well. And then blah blah blah. I've been getting a lot of nostalgia for Game of Thrones recently. I keep on, like, I watched a thing yesterday that was all about, like, Arya's transformation from, you know, Lady of the Keep to being a cool badass. And it's really fucking cool. I'd love to be, like, an Arya-type character in Game of Thrones. Not in Game of Thrones, in Dungeons and Dragons. Like, if I could do that kind of a character, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Arya's awesome.
I love Arya. Arya's so fucking cool. I did think that it was a bit gratuitous when they had the topless scene. I'm not sure that was required for character development. But, you know, I could totally get it as well. At the end of a whole, you know, war, you don't know if you're actually going to live. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. But, you know, could have happened behind closed doors. They didn't need it to be, you know, right there in front. Anyway, that was Luca's turn. That is the environment's turn. It is now Durda's turn. Durda, where would you like to go?
Yet again.
You're going to rush at the thing? All right, love it. So that is within your base movement. So you've got all of your attacks if you want to use them. Reckless hits with a 19. That is 13 damage. Very nearly dead. Okay. 16 hits and a 12 damage.
And now definitely dead.
Now, I will leave it up to Durda. Do you think that you would do this as a cooperative thing with Luca and the two of you just combine attacks and kill it simultaneously together? Or would Durda just smash? You think you would what, sorry?
It would be rather a cooperative thing.
A cooperative thing. Nice. Then Luca and Durda, the two of you combined, managed to carve this thing into multiple pieces. You are carving it by poking through it, Luca, as your rapier smashes through all of its important arteries, and then every single smash of Durda just pulverizes the heart itself, and you end up making this thing leak blood in like a second flat. And you have now defeated the owl. That means that you have doubled the bonus for the entire group, meaning you all get an additional 2,000 points on top of this.
Can I now call it an owl kebab?
Yeah. Owl kebab works. I'm putting those
like
tokens against Luca's name, but 2,000 split between everybody I think works well as well. So that at the moment, you are standing on very, very good points. 2,400 will be shared between all of you on top of what you've already collected. That's the last of all of the creatures. Congratulations. And that is another 100 tokens by Lucy. Jesus Christ, Lucy. He's giving you so many tokens right now. Okay, so Durda, you've got another 10 feet of movement, and then you've got your teleport if you want to use it.
Yeah, I think I will go to the middle of the island and do my perception check.
With a 6, you don't really see much within the 5 feet range within you. So you don't really get to see much. So that's your movement. You've still got your teleport if you want to use it.
Doesn't Luca have night vision?
Dark vision. Luca does not have dark vision, no. And dark vision only gives you a bonus of extra 5 on top of your perception checks in this environment.
Yeah, sir.
Dark plus fog. I think normally in fog conditions.
Then I guess I'm just gonna use my bonus action to
teleport to there.
Move around this way to somewhere where we haven't been yet.
Nice. Normally in fog, it's usually counted as a disadvantaged perception check. Especially in the dark, you would then have more disadvantage, but you can't double stack any disadvantage. So it's essentially, it's like you have the blind condition in fog. And I'm not doing that in this game. I'm giving you flat rolls because I think that that's more fun and it gets shit done faster. So I think that that's the fairer thing to do. That was Durda's turn. Luca, you've just started. You sort of loosened the jar lid, and then Durda came over and opened it for you. So I've given those tokens towards Luca's total. That was the end of Durda's turn. It is now Ronna's turn. Ronna, you're all the way over here, and you're right next to some tokens. You get some more tokens. That's 5 feet of movement. Where are you going now?
10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So that's 30 movement so far.
Alright. Let's do a perception check.
Okie dokie.
21.
Nothing within 25 feet of you, no.
85, 10, 15, 20.
That's your full base
Um,
movement, gets you to
That's
here.
full base move. Okay. Let's do bonus move.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, we're gonna go there. And another one, yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Nice. I was also planning on making this difficult terrain for everybody, but I thought it's already hard enough as it is with the ice breaking, so I'm not going to bother with that. Ice would normally be difficult terrain. Okay. So, Elena, it is your turn. You've killed an owl. You've started on your way towards a darker patch that's not been explored properly yet. You're right next to an area that is about to crack open. What do you want to do? What's Elena's plan right now? Twisted? Hello?
Huh?
What's your plan? It's your turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was zoned out.
No problem. We all get that at times.
One, two, three, four, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I think you've only gone. Oh no, you have. Yeah, no, I'm counting wrong. Yeah, that's 30. And then you can go another 30 if you want to do Step of the Wind, but it's up to you if you want to. Do you have enough key points to do that? No, you've run out.
Don't.
Okay. So you could do an action dash.
Uh, 5. Yeah, action dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
And then
Perception check.
Sure. Perception.
That would get you 10 feet. There's nothing within 10 feet of you because you've got your dark vision, and that 9 would have gotten you a 5. So you've got 10. There's nothing within 10 feet of you right here. So now it is Lonar's turn.
Can I still use my Step of the Wind?
You've got no key points left, so you wouldn't be able to, no.
That's a bonus action, though.
It still costs key points to use.
Wait, no, I'm stupid. That's not.
Do you mean
Misty
a spell
Step.
like Misty Step? Yeah, you can use Misty Step if you want. You teleport to where you would be though, so that if you're lucky enough to land on a token, I'll give it to you, or next to it, I'll show you where it is. But yeah, no, you can't. You can't. You wouldn't be getting the same thing as if you ran through it, if you know what I mean. Stephen Days, welcome in. Yes, welcome in for the first time here. Yeah. It is my affiliate anniversary. We actually just had a sub-a-thon a week ago, which I am only just recovering from, where I ended up streaming for 63 hours with only a 7-hour sleep. We went 21 hours, I had to go for an hour, another 15 and a half, I tried to go for another hour, but my alarms wouldn't wake me, so I did 6 hours without meaning to, and then on the last run it was 27 hours. Yeah, really, really rocked it. Did great, but my god, it ruined my voice. My throat's still itchy from having such a sore throat and it healing. Whereabouts did you want to teleport to? You've got 30 feet from where you are.
I'm gonna just end my turn then.
You just end a new turn? Okay, cool. That works for me. Alright then. So it's now Lonar's turn. Lonar, Polar Bear. You've got movement. What do you want to do with it? Ah, well. D&D newcomer. I love to welcome in newcomers. Well, what we do here is, this is like a dungeon crawling session on the Mondays. And then on Thursdays, we have actual campaign stuff where we do like real story. And it's 2 different groups. So Tats here in chat, the one of my moderators, thank you very much, Tats, is also another streamer of the Thursday sessions. So I try my best to explain certain things to people who are new. I love to encourage new people to join the game because I love the game. But yeah, it is one of those things. It's just very, very fun. And this is one of the funner days where it's just chaos and murder, and it's sort of the combat mechanics of it.
It whose turn?
Hey, it's your turn. So it's all right. I was explaining something to chat anyway. So we've got a new person in chat, and I wanted to welcome them in. So it's your turn as a polar bear. What do you want to do?
Go more east.
You want to go east? Like, does this look right to you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. And as you go there, you run directly over the top of a token. And you manage to grab that shit up. Now, your movement speed is 40, and that was 60. You've got another 20. I'm assuming that you would just be going in this direction, yeah?
East.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you have grabbed that token. You've now got another token to your name on the list. Great job. You're now on a safe island. It's up to you if you want to do a perception check. You would get advantage if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, I want to do this.
So we're all in Discord at the moment. We use Discord for D&D so that we can talk to each other. But this is actually a program called Foundry, which I have Dungeon Alchemist maps, and I import those into Foundry so that we can play on them. So perception check, yeah, with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We have got a 15 with advantage, which within 15 feet of you, no, you cannot see any tokens. So that would be the end of your turn then. Now then, Luca. Luca, you are in a dark area. It is not very well explored, and there's still a lot of tokens left to find. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tokens left to find. You've got 25 minutes left in the session. You're all doing fantastically well with all of this. It's up to you what you want to do.
I think I'm just gonna see if I could run around a little bit.
Yeah,
See if I can...
just start doing like laps. That's great.
Pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, well that's great. So yeah, you can do, if you hold control and then click, there you go. You can start doing that, and then you just hit spacebar and it'll do it all for you. Okay. Yeah. I'm loving it. Okay. So that's 35, 95. So if you've got a base speed of what? You've got a base speed of 25. So with 2 dashes, you would be able to go to 100, which is the 5 feet that you're at there. So this is 100. So if you follow that route, then as you follow that route, you see that there is a token right out of reach, just 5 feet within you, and you can't grab it yet, but you'll get it on the next turn. That is... that was a really good strategy. I'm surprised that more people haven't done it, to be fair, but you are within 5 feet of grabbing it. You'll be able to grab it next turn. That's a really, really good way of doing it. Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant job. Good job. Okay. Well, a very effective and fast turn. Let's see what Durda can do. Durda, you know that within 10 feet of you there is nothing. What do you want to do now? You can either do a perception check now to see if you can increase that distance and then move, or you can move and try and be lucky and then do it after. Up to you which way around you want to do.
The perception check in the middle of my movement.
Absolutely, you can do it in whatever order you want to do it. And if you walk anywhere within 5 feet of a
So
token, I will show
basically,
you.
I want to make my way towards the middle of the fog.
Yeah. So whenever you're ready, just move your character. And you're trying to find your way around two different... Here. Okay, cool. As you do that, you pick up one of the tokens. That is 60 feet that you've moved.
and do my perception here.
You could do your perception there, absolutely. Give me a roll. And yes, I am a fellow Brit, I suppose. I'm assuming that you're from these isles as well. With a 2, you can't really see very much, unfortunately. But you do have some more movement left. You've only used 60 so far. So, what's that? 5, 15, 30, 40, 50. So you would have another 5 feet on top of that if you wanted to. So yeah, you can move all of that distance. You grab one as you go past it. And as you arrive here, you see another one and you've got 5 feet of movement left. And you get that one too. That then becomes...
Nice.
So you killed... How many of these things did you kill? You killed 2, right? No. How many did you kill? No, you've picked up a bunch of these tokens. No, so that would give you a total of 1,000 now. That's very good. That's very, very good. Welcome, and thank you for following, Stephen. That's very cool of you. What are you up to on this evening, besides watching D&D? Yes, 100% it would have run out by now. Thank you for keeping me honest. Yeah, you've managed to get a few tokens, though. That was a very lucky run. And you've managed to explore quite a bit of this area as well. So there's the potential to find more. And how many left have we got? 1, 2, 3. You've got 3 tokens left to find. I am sure that you can manage it. However, I'm also sure that I have completely forgotten to increase the melty distance. The melty distance is increasing. Because we got round to Durda's turn. And unfortunately, I had forgotten to increase the melty distance. So that area, the purple squares on the map now, those are where the ice has melted. And you will notice that wherever you have stood at the end of your turn in the dark areas is not cracking beneath you when you walk away from it. Only the lit areas. Now, it is now Ronna's turn. Ronna, where are you going to go?
Alrighty, so Runner's gonna actually head back this way. 10,
Oh, that's very
15,
cool.
20, 25.
So, what is your, what do you call it? What's
5,
your
10,
character, race, and
15.
class and all of that then? What have you gone for? I'm
5, 10,
intrigued.
15, 20, 25. That's 50. Let's do bonus.
Classic.
5, 10,
Classic.
15, 20, 25.
Gotta love a human anything.
And action to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Or, hold on. We can go here. And then perception.
Yeah.
Norman.
22.
22.
You unfortunately have not walked through any of them. You've not walked within distance of any of them. And where you are stood now, there is nothing within range of you either.
Alrighty.
Personally, I'm a big fan of sorcerers. I love a sorcerer.
then.
Sorcerer builds are great, especially wild magic. Then it is now on to Elena's turn. Elena, you've got plenty of room to start exploring. Where do you want to go? You're just sort of doing the same thing as Luca did and trying to find a route to places?
Yeah.
Going to here?
Yeah.
Alright. I can move you for you if you want. You go to there, and you spot that there is a token right next to you.
Action dash.
Lovely. You grab that token. That's 5 feet of your movement. You've now got another 25. What are you going to do with it?
10, 15, 20.
When you get here, you see that there is another token.
30. Oh.
You all are being very lucky. Let me just make sure I've got that selected. There you go. Okie dokie. Right. You have now gotten... Yeah, I mean... There's only one token left on the map, and you guys will succeed for the first time in Critter's history, in fully defeating the entire task. This is a historic day.
Let's get it.
And it is now Lonar's turn. Lonar, it is your turn to try and find the next and last token. Do you think you'll be able to find it? I'll tell you now, Strawberry, that your movement speed is within range of the last token. So if you are lucky enough, or you get the perception right, you will be able to move, maybe including a dash, but you will be able to move to where you would need to be. And I'll be kind, and I'll draw the actual diameter for you. Hang on, that's not what I wanted. I'll be kind and I'll draw the diameter for you so that you can see exactly what I mean. Let's see. Let's do it this way. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay, so a 40-foot distance from where you are. Oh, I'm on the wrong fucking tool, that's why. God damn it. This is why. Okay, right. So 80 feet is to there. I really want you guys to succeed, but I'm not going to give you any more tools than that. So somewhere within that range, you might just have an idea of where this thing is. Favorite beverage is tea. Mine's Coke Zero. I'm not very British with that.
This is tough. I'm
So
thinking.
much so, I left a little
have to
joke
think
regarding that.
really,
My character has a tea set in his
really
other items. That's nice.
one.
I like that. I like
Because I
people to
want
personalize
shiny
their
coin,
items, you know?
the polar
Like,
bear
I would have like someone that whittles
wants
down building
shiny
stuff.
coin.
Well,
So
I
it's
mean,
thinking.
you could get a shiny coin. Remember,
That's
you've
why
all
the
got
plot-
communicators in your ears. You can all talk to each other. Unfortunately, the polar bear can't speak, but you can understand everybody else. Oh, my back. Good point.
Go to the middle and search.
So east, just east.
You want to go east? You're just going straight
East.
east. How far do you want to go?
Yeah.
So let's say, so this
Uh,
is your distance marker. So how far are we going?
You got this.
40 is your base speed. So you could dash on top of that and go another 40 if you wanted. It's up to you how far you want to go within this whole range. How far east are we going? How many feet do you want to go?
40.
40? You want to go 40?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, let me just use this thing. Because this is just so much easier. There you go. Imagine if they're stream sniping and see the token. Absolutely not, Stephen. These people would not do that. They know that that is 100% dickhead move. And I trust them all. But I have to keep it interesting for the viewer, so I'm going to have to keep the token in view as well.
No,
Now then.
not worth my time to cheat like
No,
that.
there's no point.
Yeah.
Because then it ruins all the fun for the player as well, doesn't it? But yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, 100% dickhead move for real, 100%. Steven's in agreement with me.
Time when Night Stream opened was to message the chat message that about the sirens going. But then since then I have not opened stream. I have been on YouTube the whole time.
Yeah. Well,
I've only
don't
ever
know.
opened
do you want to do a
chat. I have
perception check?
stream paused
Yes, perception check.
on the starting screen. I have
You
the
got
actual
a
stream paused on
22.
starting screen.
You get a 22, and within a 20, that would be 20-foot rate of 20-foot area. You know that within this area, it is not there.
All right.
You've got another 40 feet to move if you want to use an action dash.
I want to go up.
You want to go north? North. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So 40 feet from here is here. You want to go to there?
That's right. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
I will tell you, it is not within 5 feet of where you are stood right now.
All right.
Okay. It is now. Let me just wait. That's the good one. Is that the bad one? No, that's not the bad one. That's the bad one. Because it's like 0 feet. I don't need a 0 foot marker. Okie dokie. That was Lonar's turn. it is now Luca's turn. Luca, you are stood directly in front of one of these tokens. You can pick it up on your neck on your 5 feet of movement. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, that's what the plan is.
All right, I love it. Move on to that space, and you've got it.
Yeah. Nope. Wrong button. Button.
Great move. Okay.
Trying to figure out which way I want to wiggle.
Oh my
say
god.
towards
Somebody
Mona.
please clip that. In fact, I'm going to use my thing. I need to use that for the first time. Oh my god.
I'd say head towards Moaner Bear.
What a quote. What an absolute quote.
Love that.
I don't know which way I'm going to wiggle. That's so fucking great. Okay.
Hey,
Well,
Lord.
you know which way
Mona
it
Bear.
isn't. You know which way it isn't.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I might just.
you've got that.
Oh, I can't go that way.
We
Okay.
know it's in the circle.
Yeah.
So it's 30, 50, and that's another 50. That takes you to 100 feet of movement.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it gives it to you in the brackets to the right. It tells you what the total is. That's so cool.
I might
That's so
do-
cool. I love that.
Do my little wiggle. Because it's not like I can see.
That's so great. That's so great. Okie dokie. Well, then you have made it all of the way here, and it was not in 5 feet of wherever you were walking. That is Lucas' turn over with. And now we move back over to the melty ice. And the ice begins to melt even further. We have more and more segments opening up all over the place. Right next to these braziers. The braziers are melting yo shit, dudes. You gotta speed it up.
Ew.
You've got 10 minutes left in this session before it is the end of the session, and you might not just be able to get it. Okay, it is now Durda's turn. And, by the way, the automated clip thing that I used actually fucking worked. That's so great. It tells me on the right that there's one clip. I love that. I fucking love that. The fact that it actually is doing its frigging job on automated and all that, that's so cool. I'm so glad with all the work that I've put in this weekend to actually like fix my stream and make it good. Okay.
Yeah, awesome
Durda.
stuff.
Durda, you are it looks like you're gonna do some wiggle shit. Go for it.
Yep.
Wiggle,
wiggling
wiggle,
on
wiggle,
the
wiggle,
edge.
wiggle. Yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Not within 5 feet of any of that.
Roll perception.
You could do a roll of perception if you want. A 12. A 12. 12 feet from you. And yes, you do see the token. Right there. The last token. This will be the first time that any Critters group has managed to successfully complete the entire thing. Successfully complete the entire thing. You've never been able to do this before. Never once have you actually made it all the way through the whole challenge.
We did
And
it.
you are finally doing it for the first time on the 8th session. And speaking of 8, Durda rolls an 8 on the Wild Surge. A bolt of light shoots from your chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of the next turn. Until the rage ends, you can use this again on each of your turns as a bonus action. Do you know what? Just because we have managed to get to the very end of this thing and you've still got another like 10 minutes left, I am going to drop in a bonus elk. You can do it if you want to on the bonus elk. 1d6
Just
radiant
enter back the
damage.
bonus hack.
So just slash R, there you go. 1d6 radiant damage and it takes the full 6. So this elk is already down to half health. It doesn't understand what the fuck just happened.
I'm
It got
blinded.
magicked into existence from the beyond. and now it is truly fucked up immediately. It has no idea why it's just existed in out of nowhere, but somewhere in the world, Eliora shivers for surprise bonus elk. Yes, 100% says B in the chat. Okay, then that's the end of Durda's turn. It is now Ronna's turn. Ronna,
Did it make its Constitution saving throw?
Oh, it does have to make its Constitution saving throw, doesn't it? You're very right. Let me do that then. And it rolled a 3. So yeah, 100% it failed. Okay. So I'm going to start getting rid of some of these little things so that you can see a little bit easier. Okay. That was the Constitution saving throw. The thing has gone to half of its health. And it is now Ronna's turn. Ronna, you are quite far away from all of this, and there is an ocean of melted water in between you and everybody else. What do you want to do about this?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that B got to see that.
Also wondering where the
Fucking elk,
exit
man.
might be.
Well, that will come at the end.
Okay. Alright, then. We're gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And go here.
Yeah.
That's 50.
Yeah.
Bonus 5 and 15. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Get
Great stuff.
towards the group. Yeah.
I'm very pleased that you're all managing to complete this task for the first time. I feel like there should be some kind of bonus for completing the entire task. Like,
We did good.
I have no idea what I would potentially bonus you with. Ooh, this is something that I'll have to consider. Give me a moment, and I will come back to you with a proposed suggestion. In the meantime, please do your best to finish this up. And I'm not sure where that elk has just come from out of the darkness, but it might be worth just slashing it apart anyway. I guess I'll give you 200 tickets if you do. I am not really a hunter. I just want to make sure that this area is clear from what they want to do with it. That's Ronna's turn. It's now Elena's turn. Elena, you are quite far south. You have a long way to go and no key points. What do you want to do? You could teleport again. I doubt that you would be able to make it all of that distance, though. You are, after all, 180 feet away from it.
Five, 10, 15.
Don't meddle in the affairs of elks.
30.
Also, don't meddle in the affairs of elks. Because meddling and meddling are both bad news.
And then I'm I guess, disengage my flight.
You're just gonna run this fucker?
Because I go farther with
You do.
running, so you know.
You really do. I mean, really, the key to all of it was just don't step back on a square that you finished your last turn on. That's like where the whole like mechanic came from. Is just you can run just fine, but
Then
so long as you're
action
not,
dash,
you know.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40.
So was that a teleport and then a run and then an action dash?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Love that. Love a little Misty Step. We love Misty Step. Then that's the end of your turn. And it is now Lonar's turn. Lonar, you are a polar bear and you are 10 feet away from this token. Do you want to grab it?
Yes.
Then you do. And Lonar has successfully finished out the entire thing. The whole damn thing. You've managed to successfully grab the last
Attack the elk.
token.
Attack
Now-
the elk.
It is a free-for-all on the elk if anybody wants to go and kill it.
Where exactly is it?
Hit the elk.
You want to go and kill the elk? Strawberry?
Mhm.
Alright. You go towards the elk. You have a bite and a claw attack. B
Smack
says
it
get
with
the
your
elk.
bare ass.
Eliora wants you to get the elk.
I want.
Eliora wants everything on this elk. Okay. The elk has an AC of 10. The polar bear got a 21 and an 11. With damage, that is 11 damage on the first and 16 damage on the second. The elk only has 7 HP left. With 27 damage caused to something that only has a maximum of 13. That means that not only do you kill this elk, but you turn it into a fine pulp in the ground. And there is nothing left but a pair of antlers split in two from where you caved its skull in. The elk has just appeared in this world from out of nowhere, using the power of the gods and the omnipotence of me, your god and master, and it has just been popped out of existence immediately. Much like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the bowl of petunias is like, oh no, not again. Okay. Little pop culture reference for all of you. And as you now see, there are, in fact, submarines appearing at each of the melted cavities of water. Where a submarine will be able to pick up each one of you and ferry you to safety. You are now out of combat order. And, in fact, you have fully succeeded for the first time in Critter's history, when we've been doing this now for 2 months. And in one of them, you even had 7 people. You now only have 5 people, and you've still managed to, as Lucy rightly says, you have obliterated the entire thing. Shall we go through some totals, everybody? I think so.
Yeah.
So, that was particularly successful. I'm very pleased for each of you. Yes, stage clear. I guess you've got another place to go now. One might call it a mezzanine. Now then, it looks like we have somebody in the lead and somebody not. Luca, you have successfully gathered 500 tokens. 400 of that was split essentially from Durder. As you two killed the same giant owl together, those tokens have been granted to you. But it was very important that you were the person that found the owl in the first place. And without that, the group would have been 2,400 tickets down. So that is not an insignificant task to have performed. You truly did allow Durder to come in and kill that thing, because otherwise Durder would not have known where the fuck it was. Very good job. The tokens don't always reflect how useful you were, and you were certainly incredibly useful. Next in the order was Ronner. Ronner with 600. Ronner, you were so incredibly lucky with so many of your walks. That was just crazy. I'm also noticing Lex plotting out a path that is going to make me go fucking insane. Going backwards and forwards like you're on a fucking supermarket conveyor belt. Jesus Christ. Okay. Fuck me, man. Why do I do this to myself? That was very, very good of you, Ronner. You managed to successfully find so much. Congratulations. Very, very good. Very good loot runner you are. Runner and runner. Oh, that's very good. I'm sure that nobody's ever
gets loot.
I've not heard anybody else say runner the runner before now, so I'm going to claim that. I think that is my property. I said that. That's very good. I'm a very witty person when I want to be. Very, very good. Thank you so much for your contributions today, Ronner. The next people at a joint second place are Launer and Elena. Now, Launer, I'm not getting much from you, as you are, it seems, a polar bear. Would you care to change back into your regular form?
Yes, I can do that.
You immediately pop back into lizard folk form, and you become this lovely lizard pirate again, instead of being a polar bear, a vicious, savage polar bear. But Lana and Elena, you have gotten 800 tokens each for the group. Now, last but not least, is Dirter. Now, Dirter has managed to successfully gather 1,000, sorry, not 100, 1,000 tickets for the group, split between some killing and some gathering. Very, very good job, Dirter. And as you have all managed to successfully complete the entire thing, that means that not only do you get the 500 bonus split between you from two of our patrons, one person who claims to be a deadly laser beam by the name of Sun, and another person who seemed to be quite cute, I must say. His name was Lucy. Those two people... Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck are you doing? Those two people have managed to... fucking hell, Dirta jump scare. Those two people have managed to successfully supply you with an additional 500 between everybody. And as you have successfully defeated all of the beasts in here, you have successfully doubled your score from all of the beasts collected. And now there is one more thing which I must also bring to your attention. You have all been so loyal to the business, and you have all been so successful in your escapades of trying to complete each of the tasks set ahead of you, and at some times you have stumbled and you have fallen, and at others you have been slow and have taken too much time about thinking these things through, that I think it is worth a worthy bonus for giving you each an incentive to perhaps do this successfully in future. And so, it doesn't happen very often, and of course, I am a business owner and I like to make a profit, so we're not going to make the business go into the red. But what I am going to do, Jesus fucking Christ, is I'm going to double all of the takings from today. You will all receive the entire total will be doubled before it gets shared between each of you.
Win!
Which means that between the 5 of you, split between the 5, you will each receive, as a result of today's session and today's job out here in the Highfall area of Alandressa, you each receive 2,480 tickets each.
Whoa!
2,480 tickets
wild.
each. Now, I must also mention that today is the last session for an outgoing employee who is making room for a new incoming employee. Our Dirter here has been working on this session to collect enough tokens to donate to the new employee. Essentially, Lex is changing characters to a new character. Now, because...
Dirter is retiring.
Dirter is being retired. Because there's nothing to stop Lex from taking the character sheet, going on, using this character again in future campaigns. No problem there. But because Stee has only so many slots in campaigns, there's not... Although Stee can make unlimited characters himself, he can't... he doesn't have unlimited slots for other people to make in his campaigns. There is a finite number, and you can only have 5 campaigns with like 12 people in each. So because he's granted us so much generosity on his part of allowing us to have 6 characters within Alandressa and then like 14 characters in Critters, this is an important thing that we have to do. We do need to make sure that, in fact, we are making room for more people to come in. And that means that when Dirda leaves to make room for another character, that we are doing it so that it is, in fact, fair on Stee, but also gives more room for a different character to come in. The same thing is true of the tokens. Whatever tokens that Durda had collected, which up till now is 1,735, that is going to be zeroed out, and Lex will be beginning from 0. We've already explained this. I said this in a private conversation earlier, and it means that whatever next character that Lex creates, which I already know what the character is, but of course it's going to be a surprise for everybody else. I love that owl, by the way, whoever's drawing that. I'm getting distracted by so much art. I love all of this art. Whoever keeps on writing stage clear, though, you can go take a long walk off a short bridge. Anyway.
I'm not trying to.
It just keeps on fucking spamming it right over everything. Winner, chicken dinner. So yeah, Lex's next character will be zeroed out, but we agreed that today's session, because Lex didn't have the character ready in time, that all of the tokens collected this time by Durda would be going towards the character next time. So the new character will start with an already pretty decent bonus of 2,480 on top of the 250 that they would have already had. So that's going to be a pretty decent starting pot. But if you bear with me, talk amongst yourselves for a moment, I will calculate what everybody's new totals are. This is for anybody watching in chat. Like Stephen, if you're obviously new into the stream, and you're very welcome. This is the part where everybody uses the drawing tools and defaces my maps. It started on a stream that we did, which was in loving memory of a person that we have sadly lost. But it has been a tradition ever since then to bring a little bit of joy into the end of each one of these, so that we can, bring a little bit of fun to it all. Because I think that the world that we're in right now, with the landscape that we're all looking at for the future, it certainly needs as much brightening up as we can possibly give it. And I love to be a part of that, and to try and bring as much joy to each of your lives if I can, in any way, shape, or form. So, of course, it is an honor to be here as UWM, as usual. But I am, of course, very excited to tell you your new ticket totals. And for those who are uninitiated in the what do you call it? Let me just make sure that this whole thing is in view. There you go. Hang on. Right, there you go. Now you can see the whole thing on stream as well. You can see the whole image. Okay. For those who don't know, in Cryptic Critters, it's basically a dungeon crawling exercise where every week I have a new puzzle room or dungeon or fight arena or like platforming thing, and the group have to try and do as best they can at killing the creatures in it, or collecting all of the tokens in it, or completing different challenges in it. And they have never once managed to successfully do this, where they have done every single challenge all successfully in the same session. They've always either struggled to get things done, or people have even died before. Thankfully, because of the way that I've run it, because I don't want people to be too afraid of death, and I want people to embrace the chaos and just run at things. In Critters, only in Critters, we negate the whole permanent death thing. So if you do die, then we say that whatever tokens you would collect at the end of it gets zeroed out for you and you alone, and everybody else takes a share of what was collected. The idea is that Critters is a business run by Ragnar, the person you can see on screen talking now with my voice. And basically, you go around and get bonuses as employees based on what you do in each round. You could collect treasures, you could kill monsters, you could do puzzles, and each one of them have a different denomination. And then each of those you can then use in my own little custom shop to buy items that are in the shop there. And you can basically go and decide to create a different kind of character for yourself by giving them some new magic items or giving them a bunch of potions. And as viewers, you can even use channel points to contribute towards the total by, like Lucy and Sun did, giving an extra 100 tickets here and there. Now, as we are at this point, and as the highest, the tiers of each of these items starts at 200 and... No, so it's 200 at the base level for a common item. For an uncommon item, it's 750. For a rare item, it is 2,000. And for a very rare item, it is 5,000. So for the absolute best items, of course, it is worth waiting until you've got 5,000. And I must say that the patience and restraint that Twisted has shown in holding off and saving every last token and ticket until reaching 6,105 is pretty fucking good. So now, Twisted, you are past the point of 5,000. You are able to buy one of the top tier items in the store. This has been a really labor of love for you because you have been here for so many sessions now. I think you are one of the more prolific players, and you've yet to buy a single thing. I think that you must have decided what you were going to buy. I'm going to go through everybody else's totals first, but at the end, please let us know if you have decided or not. Next person would be Ronna. Ronna has got 3,650.
Nice.
Now, Durder would have received... you've been past the 4,000 mark at this point. Again, and you've already bought a bunch of stuff. But as it happens, your new character will start on a total of 2,730, which is higher than your 1,735 that you already have. Higher by 995. So that's pretty good, I would say. I'd say that's pretty good. A good starting bonus for somebody to start out with. So even with that 2,000, you might just be able to buy the Boots of Speed outright anyway, and only be 1,000 short of where you are. Next in the list is Luca. Now, Luca, you started this session on only about 500 tokens in the bank. You've now got 3,050.
Yeah,
That's insane. That means that you could get a rare item, an uncommon item, and a common item, and still have spare change. Which is pretty fucking cool. And if you got another 1,950, you could get yourself a very rare item and just save up like Twisted has. That's very good considering you've been here for, what, like 2-3 sessions?
I think this is my third.
That's crazy that you've managed to be this successful in that time. But yeah, very, very good.
Definitely
Question in the chat.
I do have a question. I'm going to get to it. Next in the order is Lana. Last but not least. Lana, Strawberry, you have managed to get 3,950 tokens. You are so short of getting... So close, but still so far. Just another 50 tokens, and you would be able to get 2 rare items. And they're pretty fucking good as well. Because you can get, like, Boots of Speed, which mean that you can double your base distance. Or you could get, like, the shield of... like, the Boomerang Shield, which is, like... It gives you an additional 2 AC to your bonus. But you can also throw it like Captain America's shield, and it does slashing damage and returns to you. Which is very fucking cool. And, of course, there's basic stuff, you know, like weapons with certain bonuses on and stuff. But entirely up to you what you do with it. As far as people joining for Critters in the campaigns, unfortunately, we don't have any spaces at the moment. In the main campaign in Alan Dresser, we have 6 players, and they're already very deep into that. And that one I would not be recruiting for anyway. It's not really an open thing. And in Critters, we have got 14 different people who come in and rotate. And as I said, Stee is running out of spots. I think that Stee has, like... He's a part of... one campaign that is Vampire the Masquerade. He's in another one which is I forget the name, but it's another vampire one. He must be into his vampire shit. And then he also DMs another one, and he's in somebody else's, and he's in ours in Alan Dresser, and he does Critters. and he only has 5 campaigns worth of characters to actually allow other people to make their characters in it. So he's run out of space, basically, and we can't do it without... yeah, we wouldn't be able to do it. Plus, it means that you need to be here for long enough for me to know that you are... not that you're not, but it's just that there are so many trolls in the world that it would be difficult for me to vet that you are well on a mic and that you can behave on stream. But, you know, stick around and join in with some of my community games, which I'm going to be starting soon. And hopefully, if you're, you know, around here for long enough, then we'll get to trust you and you can join in with the other games, but maybe not D&D for now. I would definitely recommend that you start it, though, because D&D is 100% worth getting into. I don't know if other people here would agree, but I think that some of the people here were new to it when I introduced them, and others had been doing it for many years. And either way, it is, in my opinion, the absolute best game out there, because it gives you the absolute essence of full creativity and fucking with everything. And there is one thing that I thought that one of you would have at least tried, which would 100% have worked, and would have made this whole session so much even faster than you already had it. And that is that fog clouds in D&D move with the wind. So if you used Gust, you could have just blown the fog away, and then you'd see it.
Do any of us have Gust?
That's just one possibility. There's a bunch of other ways that you could get the same effect. Like, for instance, Strawberry could have turned into something with wings and flapping wings. Yeah, sure. Step of the wind has wind in it doesn't mean... It means that you're moving as fast as the wind. You are not the wind itself.
I fought in your general direction, fog.
If I'm moving as fast as the wind, then wouldn't that mean I create a gust behind me?
What the fuck do you think Durda was doing? Durda's what, 8-9 feet tall and ran like 120 feet around, which is even faster than you did, and is like 9 times your size, if not bigger. If a tiny fairy, like, you know, the fact that a fucking 9-foot tall Goliath can't do it, I think it's pretty straightforward that a fairy can't do it. You fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of aggro mode now. Fair enough. Yeah. I'm out of aggro mode now, and what we're gonna do is, have we got anybody to raid to? Has anybody got any recommendations? Any good people? Any decent, nice, kind human beings?
Munica Care.
Are they online now?
Yeah.
And what's their... How do you spell their username? Or just copy and paste it to me? Oh, okay, yeah. Let's do it. We might as well. Well, if you are followed, use raid message 1 if you're going to pop in through with the raid with us. If you're subscribed, use raid message 2. Of course, I try and keep my ads as low as possible so that you don't have to pay to be able to avoid them. But I do think that there is a minimum that Twitch forces you to watch. And that is, that would be... I think 30 seconds per hour. So subscribing doesn't necessarily keep you away from the peril that is advertisements. We do live in a capitalist world after all, and it is owned by Amazon. But it helps support me and helps support the stream and keeps it going. So if at any point you did become a subscriber, I would 100% welcome it. Otherwise, you're welcome to just follow and keep coming in and join. What I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to start this raid to Munica Care. And we apparently it's for mature audiences, but this is an 18+ stream anyway, so who gives a fuck? And we are now going to raid into them. I hope that you all have a delightful day, evening, time zone, whatever the hell it is that you are doing right now. I hope that you have a good one of it. Now, if you can't be... my thing is... Please be good to yourselves, and if you can't do that, then at least have fun. Is there anything that you wanted to say there, Lex, before we move on?
No, it just keeps drawing the text for me as well as it did for Twisted, and I don't know how to delete them.
I have got no idea. I mean, I can delete it easily. I can delete it myself.
Control
easily.
Z.
I don't
gets,
want to delete it yet
like,
because I'm going to
undoes
end up
it.
deleting the map anyway. It doesn't make any difference to me. But don't
Yeah,
worry
but
about
it
it.
keeps
I can delete it.
doing new ones for some reason.
Control Z undoes it.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it because the map's about to disappear into oblivion completely anyway. Anyway, thank you everybody so much for being here. You are all the absolute best people. I love and adore each one of you. And we're about to go and find somebody who we hope to love and adore in the future as well. Love each and every one of you. Remember, be good to yourself. And if you can't do that, then at least have fun. Goodbye.